Yeah,
and
bending
put your own style, your own
Yeah.
signature.
Right, right. And sometimes that is to add
Yeah.
to it a percussive to the phrase, or or to add something that's like a um, uh, morning, Mr. Radio, something like that to the phrase that people go, oh wow, that sounds like a Jarreau phrase.
But
you
you
know,
know, though, Al, you prove to everybody that your voice truly is an instrument. You know how, like, you'll hear many vocalists say, my voice is my instrument. You really prove that your voice is an instrument.
Well, yeah.
It's true. And with that said, let me ask you this. The essence of being a singer for you is what?
I don't know if there's any one essence. There are all kinds of essences.
Just a potpourri
all
of
kinds
essence.
of essences. There's the essence of the lyric. There's the essence of the turn phrase lich. There's the essence of finding a piece of music that really expresses something in a wonderfully unusual way, or being part of the writing on a piece of music of that sort, and then the essence of finding those rhythms and those melodies and harmonies that make the song just really speak to the
Breathe life
listener.
into it.
That's exactly it. Breathing life into the song so that it speaks to them in such a way that is compelling.
Yes.
Compelling. Can't turn away because the song is just gets inside the listener.
They get immersed in it, just as you do.
Yeah.
When you listen to your body of work in retrospect, what thoughts flood your mind?
God, I'm slow.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so slow. There's so much more. So much more. I've been talking about a trio record, maybe upright bass, piano, bass, drums, for years. You know what my record company said to my manager a month ago? Said, "Do you think Al would want to do a trio record soon? It's so opposite of what I would expect them to be saying these days, because you know that's not what Jarreau is doing. You know Jarreau."
But would you want to entertain that idea?
Sorry?
Would you want to entertain that idea?
Well, I've been talking about doing that forever and ever, along with doing a big band record. I want to do a big band record, man. Gotta do a big band record, and a trio record, and a Brazilian record, and just a lot of projects. I'm slow. I need to do a lot more recording. I got to speed it up, Lich.
No, not at all. Let me tell you something. You really are. You're just a. I mean, when you think about, if I liken it to water, I mean, what you've already accomplished in terms of your body of water, you've just filled the reservoir with all of your discs, but you're also just putting your toes in
some areas, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I've been doing an orchestra symphony program for 5 years. That needs to be recorded. I'm just slow, and I've got to go a little.
There's just so much more.
Oh, you're too nice.
No, Al, when you stop and think about it, I mean, you know, geographically speaking, there's just so much more landscape for you to cover yet.
Yeah, there's stuff to do.
So those are the projects when you look forth, the foresight that you have.
Yeah.
When you look behind you, is there any one of your discs that you think so far has best defined you as an artist, as a singer?
not one greatly more than others. You know, I really try to. I think there are those who will point maybe to the the Look to the Rainbow album, and I can understand some things that they're describing when they talk about that. The Look to the Rainbow album. That was the very first live record that I did, and there's some signature material there that still lives for people and still gets requested and showed up on the Best Of collection. Stuff that I did tonight.
I have every one of your discs at home, but I do have the Best Of at home as well. How about this? I want you to speak to, you know, because you're always gaining, you know, new ideas and new insights as an artist, constantly, as we say, evolving. But as you evolved as an artist over the years, how do you see how you've changed? How you see your maturity level and how you became the artist that you are today, the singer, the vocalist?
The interesting thing is that I was saying to lots of people here recently, in fact, to an audience just a few nights ago, on the Tom Joyner cruise, which is this big cruise that he does. Tom Joyner's this brilliant DJ who's more than a DJ. He's a thinker, and he does a tour that a cruise, a ship cruise, 6-day, 7-day cruise that raises money for lots of colleges and universities. And I was saying to the audience that, you know, the stuff that people have fallen in love with was the very first stuff that they heard me do, the very novice things that I ever sang. And, well, I wasn't quite a novice, but comparatively, you know, I've grown, but I can't, but they won't let me, they have a hard time accepting the new stuff because they're still so in love with the early things that they first heard me do, the We Got Bys, the Look to the Rainbows and the Glows, the songs from those projects. And as a matter of fact, you know, I think I'm a better writer these days.
Absolutely.
I mean, so that's how that's a way I think in which I've grown, and maybe, you know, my improvising is growing too.
I want to stay with that then. Let's talk about the two discs that we're touching upon right now. We have Look to the Rainbow, 36 years old when you did this.
Right.
Today, as we sit here, 63.
Yes.
With age comes what?
Oh, many things, including a different range in your voice.
Absolutely. Maturity.
Different range.
Seasoning.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I sound like Michael Jackson on some of those songs. My voice is so high. But and like Johnny Mathis in some places on those things. And loved Johnny Mathis.
Oh,
Johnny Mathis and John Hendricks.
Yeah, two
my
smooth
Johnnies.
guys. Smooth guys.
And somewhere in there was Johnny Hartman too. Yeah.
Significant impact. If you were going to teach one class to vocalists, up-and-coming vocalists, one class, and one class only, and you had to make sure that this is the one fact about singing, Al Jarreau, singing, that you wanted them to get, you would want to make certain they got what?
That's a tough one, Litch. Beyond the technique and the craft, there is something more.
And that is?
it's that thing that fires it all, and 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 it's a vertical kind of thing. You know, it's about you and
The higher power.
and that higher power. When you find that, and that gets into your music, or you discover that that's what is in your music, some things happen.
And finish this sentence for me. Al Jarreau believes music should
Heal.
soothe.
Soothe and heal. Yes. Wow.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm liking
You've
that.
been thinking about this too, then, huh? Yeah.
And you look to the future and you think,
I look to the future and I think I have just begun.
and yes,
I have
you
just begun, Litch. Please, God, let that be so, because there's just so much more to do.
But there's such a youthfulness about you. You know what? It's interesting. On one end of the spectrum, I sit across from a man who's just full, vibrant, youthful, so much more to explore. And on the other end of the spectrum, such a fine artist, matured, seasoned, knows how to take his craft and put his hands in that clay and sculpt. And you bring those together, Al, so well.
Just started, just beginning. I just want more time.
And here's the jump off point. All I got.
All I got.
And Al, you got it all.
Well, thank you.
This has been a real pleasure.
Oh, wow.
A
Time's
real-
over already, huh?
Listen, I could do a part 2 with you, my friend. Let me tell you
Oh,
something.
we could. There's a lot to talk about. Boy, oh, boy.
Once again,
Thank you.
All I Got, GRP Records.
Yes.
And they've got to go out and get this, there's no doubt about it. Listen, I don't mean to put you on the spot because I know you just performed. But I want to say goodbye, and then if you'll just take us out, please, with a little bit of Route 66, because I know you do that a cappella.
Yeah.
I want you to look into Mike's camera and give us a little of that.
Okay.
I'll say goodbye first,
Okay.
and you got to give me a little.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you for doing this. This has been a real pleasure for me.
Yeah, same for me too. The drummer. Should we give the drummer some?
As he gives you this, let me just tell you.
Take the highway.
We're here at the Mohegan Sun Hotel in Uncasville, Connecticut. For Words and Music, I'm Litch. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Well, it winds from Chicago to L.A. More than 3,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks started on Route 66. Now go to St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri. Oklahoma City look mighty, mighty pretty. It's the E.D.D. Amarillo, boom, Gallup, New Mexico, boom, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Escape and Boston, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to the kindly tip? Put lady, when you make your California trip. For the Pilulito, get your kick started on Route 66. The Pilulito, stay alive on Route 95. Bing, ding, ding. But get your kicks on Route 66. Beep, doo, doo, deep, boo, doo, beep, doo, deep. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da